Good afternoon and happy Wednesday. This is Angela Harmon with Happy Academy. This is Conscious Conversations on Putting First Things First. We're wrapping up this year. I can't believe it's already November 1st. Can you believe that? So we only have a few more of these and we're going to reinvent it in the new year. I welcome my sister, Ellen Swazo. She'll introduce herself and we'll open up with spiritual mind treatment and then our Putting First Things First topic for November 1st. This
Good day. Happy Wednesday. First Wednesday of November. I called November a month of gratitude, since in the States we celebrate Thanksgiving on November. I call this month the gratitude month. So you can't forget, especially if you're in the States, right? So let's again, my name is Ellen Suazo and I am with Conscious Living, and the name of my company is Mind Shifting International. And I am your holistic entrepreneur, practitioner for Centers of Spiritual Living. And I am just so grateful to be here, to be able to share this space, the sacred space that we have created here for you, with thoughts of you. And so let's allow ourselves to just go into that space of love, into that space of peace, that space of happiness, of joy. Let's go into that place. I want you to think about someone that you love very dearly. That when you think about that person, you feel so nice in your heart, so beautiful. It's like nothing can be wrong when you think of this person. Or this, it might be a pet, it might be a person, it might be a child, it might be a parent, whatever that is, whatever who that person is. I want you to bring it into your mind and just be in that space of gratitude. Feel the space, the space, the vastness of gratitude into your heart and being grateful for that person. You know, I think about my grandbabies and I feel so filled with love. I think about my sister Angela, that we have been able to create this amazing relationship. And believe you me, we have our bumps. But you know what? That's what love does. Love overcomes bumps. And we don't always agree. I want you to know that. But I feel so much love for her and hers, her family, her loved ones. And, you know, it's so beautiful to feel love. When we are in love for ourselves and for others, nothing can disturb us. Nothing can take away our peace, our joy, our happiness. So that's my invitation for you today and for the rest of the week and for the rest of the month. And I want you to just be in that space of love, knowing that that is who you are. As you are part of God, as you are individualization of the love, because there's no religion for me. The religion is love. Love cures everything. Love overcomes everything because that's who we are. That's who you and me are. And so I invite you to just be in that presence and be grateful for having that person, that pet that you brought into your mind that allow you to feel this love that at times it overwhelms your whole being, that you tear after it. It's a tears of joy, tears of love. And from that space, we give thanks. And so it is, and now it is. Ashe, amen.
Namaste. Thank you. It took me on a journey and felt so many people in love. And as you said the last part with the pets, I thought about my godmother. I think my godmother was like one of the persons that first really loved me. And what I want to equate with love is respect. as well. They kind of don't agree with everything. That's the thing that we have. We don't have to agree with everything, but we respect each other. And I think when people say love, it's as individual as we are. So it's not going to show up the same way for everybody. How I love you is unique to us, and how I love another is unique to that individual too. And when people try to blanket what love feels like, it's impossible. So thank you for that. And today's reading for November 1st is pretty short and to the point. People are more important than schedules. And that was easy. That happened yesterday. I had an interview set up, and we were going to move it. And I said, okay, we can move it to another day. And the person needed me more than the schedule. And so there was something that was going to be scheduled later in the day. And I moved everything out of the way for that particular event to take place. And we will be writing a story on it, and we'll change the names to protect the innocent. But a big story came out of that, and I will share the title. um I don't feel like I belong.
Mm,
That
love it.
So look forward to that
Beautiful.
story. And the other story I want to tell, I on H2O Monday, I didn't get to share this, so we'll put this on our broadcast. And my sister was a part of it because we're prayer partners too. And I went to see John Mayer on Wednesday of last week. So a week ago, I saw John Mayer. And I had an Uber ride, and my phone had died, and I needed to put my pen in the Uber ride. So the guy put my phone on the charger, and it ended up staying in this guy's car. And so I called my prayer partner. Well, I actually had to email my prayer partner because I did not have a phone. And then I stayed quiet all that day. So whatever I had scheduled, this interview was actually scheduled for that Thursday, the day after the John Mayer concert. So I emailed her, and she still wanted to kind of do it, but I was kind of, speaking of schedules, the schedule went out the window. It was all about my phone at that point. And what I thought in my mind is that I would get it back. And I do H2O Mondays, and that's why I mentioned it, begin with the end in mind. And this person must have had so much respect for me that he looked out for information through communication. And fortunately, I had a backup phone that had the Uber app on it, because that's the only way you can get in touch with Uber. And Uber and I and the driver and my prayer partner and the person that I met with yesterday got this phone back to me. And I believe that's a matter of beginning with the end in mind, which is habit 2, affirmation and prayer, but vibrating on that with others that are on one accord with that. Because all of us were on one accord, and I don't know what the chances are of getting your phone back out of an Uber. So I know this is people over schedules, because this guy moved his schedule around to get this phone back to me. And so I think that's the ultimate display of that. Sis?
Yes, it's beautiful. Um, I love the quote because, like you say, it's so short and to the point, right? And you cannot miss it. You cannot miss anything about it. I like to reread it again. It says, people are more important than schedules. When I saw it, I was just like, wow. I just, I was speaking to someone a few weeks ago, and that's what I was doing my best to bring about to this person, to understand that, people are important, and when you are important in people's schedule, because we all busy. There's not one of us that is not busy, I don't think. And there's not one of us that is sitting around waiting for somebody to call us. We always, I believe that we live busy lives these days. And so when we put people in our schedule, we put people first before our busy schedule. That says, as I started, that we love them, that we appreciate them, this is all this we're saying to them. We're saying, I love you, I appreciate you, I respect you, I honor you, I cherish you, I see you. We're saying all that stuff, right? With a simple option, because we choose. At the end of the day, I always say, you know what, life can happen, but at the end of the day, you and me can choose. You and me can choose. And so how about if we keep that in mind and put our loved ones, the people that matter in our life first. Everything else is gonna be done. Believe you me, you will get done.
Well, I want to interject there. This guy I didn't really know, the Uber driver, but he actually put me first in his life. So it's almost like we got to say that we love everybody. We act like who do we love? Do we not love some people and love these people? I know we don't have to like everything. That's where the respect part comes in. But this guy was not a loved one in the sense of he was my child or my husband or, a sister. He was a total stranger and he put me first in his life. So is that love or respect, or I'm not sure how I would categorize that.
I think that because we are as in my meditation or prayer that we started, I said that the name of God or the universe is love. The only religion there is love, which means that if you and me are made of it, we have to be loved. We love everyone, but we choose not to put people sometimes first, depending on the situation, right? Because that person that he understood that you needed a phone, and he understood the anxiety or the whatever you might have been going through. And I think that we have most of us that have had phones for the last 10, 20 years, we have gone through that at one point or another in our lives. And so we can relate to that experience. And that's the least thing that we want someone to go through, no matter who that person is. And so the Uber guy definitely appreciated you, and I don't see why not. That's part of being appreciated, because you chose to ride in his car, and depending on his values, he respected you as well. So I think that we love everybody. It's just a different, we recognize it as, oh, I do this, sometimes I tell people, love has nothing to do with how we, love has nothing to do with how we choose to do things, because there's only love. And if we can just remember, there's only love. There's a song, I think, by Ricky Bayer that she says, there's only love. And there is only love, really. When we really think about it, everything that we do in life, we do it because of love. We either want to
I
give
don't agree
love,
with
receive love. We either want to give love, receive love. Everything that I really, when I reflect on it, at least that's what comes to me. And again, we don't have to agree to it.
Right.
I invite you to the reflection.
Yeah. What comes up for me, that's your song that soothes you, and we all need soothing. We have to have the right words that come to us. Mine is by the Beatles. All you need is love.
That too.
So when I don't consider that I'm doing it or receiving it or whatever it is, that's when I remember it. And that's what happened that Thursday. If I was working for IBM, I think I would have had more anxiety. But because I didn't have that kind of demand in my life, it was a very quiet and retrospective day for me. And it made me think about how much we are dependent on these devices and who actually would reach out and what do they reach out for? Do they really want to love on me, or do they want something from me? It really made me think a lot about our communications. Is it respectful or is it harmful and destructive? So for the first time, I was able to relax with the absence of a phone, because most of the time we're in our busy worlds, and I don't know what I would have done if it was an IBM day. It would have just been, I probably would have had to go get a phone immediately. I wouldn't have been able to just wait and be without a phone like I was that day. But something in my personal now / professional life said, wait on the Lord. Wait on this power that you ask about that works, and watch it affirm what you says. And it did. And I know the first thing I did was reach out to my prayer partner. I sent her an email, and it was short and sweet. I don't think it was very long at all, was it? Was it? It was like, I left my phone in the cab or Uber, pray I get it back. And you said, done deal. And that's what happened.
And that's what we do. So I wanna leave you with the power of prayer. And also Angela and I, we do practitioner sessions. I like to call them holistic sessions. And you are more than welcome to get one of us, connect with us. And we're here open and willing and ready to support you in your journey, because what I do know is that we're not here to do it by ourselves. And a lot of times, like Angela said, we go through stuff and we need each other. There's a lot of times that I reach out to her, and I'm a practitioner. She is a practitioner. So just because we are what we are doesn't mean that we don't go through it as well. It's just that we understand, we have a better understanding and better knowledge of the power of God and how he works. And so I invite you to reach out to us and connect with us and see how we can support you. And usually we do have a charge, we have a fee for the practitioner sessions, but what I personally, I say, don't allow money to be the reason why you do not reach out.
Awesome. And we could do a session together. That just came to me when she spoke, because we have just such different perspectives. And so that could be a new way of coaching and practicing, that we could do a combined session. And that might help draw more information out that you want to release, because it's all about releasing. And to piggyback off my sister, I'm forever learning. Even though I have an ordained minister's license, I told her after I became ordained, seemed like it was never the same. And I don't know what she's talking about, but we do go. My everyday is new to me, so I have no idea what the universe is going to unfold. So I am totally dependent on prayer. And that's my love language. She said love is her love. Prayer is my love language. I got that from my daughter, Jamila. She said that one day, and I'm like, I'm taking that for myself, because if I don't pray all day, and which is gratitude, like she said, is the beginning of Thanksgiving month, prayer is gratitude too. So if you just say thank you, that's a prayer.
Thank
All
you.
right. We're going to wrap this up, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone.
Take care, everyone.